Just before we play this next song, I'd like to introduce a young man who's been playing the bass with us since he was 18 years old. He's like a son to us. He's an incredible bass player and an incredible guy. I'd like to introduce him to you, but he couldn't be here tonight. Instead, we've got Kevin. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Luciani on bass. You know, back in 1970, my twin brother and I were in a band, our group trio called James and the Good Brothers. And we played on that outrageous Festival Express that went across Canada, hauling some of the best bands of the day. God knows what we were doing on that train, but it was an experience we'll never forget. And afterwards, we were invited by the Grateful Dead to go down to San Francisco to record our very first album. And while we were down there, we met a group called Cat Mother and the All Night Newsboys. And they were from northern California, Mendocino County, a place called Fort Bragg. And on this particular weekend, we had the weekend off, and we were joined by our very good friend and yours, Gordon Lightfoot, along with Ramblin' Jack Elliott. And the five of us motored up. It took about 3 hours to get there. We motored up to Mendocino County, where we were supposed to play a show that night, actually, but before we could even get on stage, the show was canceled because of smoke in the room.
It was the fire alarms went off. There was smoke of various kinds. And Gord remembers that.
But anyway, this to me was the very first time I'd ever realized that Gord was very environmentally conscious, and he actually we were there for 3 days. It rained for 5, and we had a great time regardless of the weather. And Gord was so inspired that he wrote a song about that weekend, and it's a song. I'd like to send the song out to the memory of James Aykroyd, actually, and I'd also like to send it out to the memory of some of our dear friends that you would have known that played with Gord, guys like Red Shea, whose daughter is here tonight, as a matter of fact. Guys like David Ray, Terry Clements, John Stockfish, and all the guys who play with him today. This is a song that Gord called Redwood Hill. It goes like this. I climbed the Redwood Hill. It was on a rainy day to rise above the throng and talk with Mother Nature for a while. She told me of her love for her children and her trust, and of her great concern for the likes of you and me and us. Crying though she was, she did speak these tender words. The things that I am, I would not change for any man. I tried to comfort her, but she would not be still. And how the rain did fall as I found my way back down the Redwood Hill. Oh, pick it, Larry. Crying though she was, speak these tender words, the things that I am, I would not change for any man. I tried to comfort her, but she will not be still. I'll not forget that day when Mother Nature cried in Redwood Hill. No, I'll not forget that day when Mother Nature cried in Redwood Hill.